eliminate the burden of student debt, and protect our climate. Together, we really can build a Virginia that works for everyone.
Tonight, President Trump hits back, taking on James Comey.
No collusion, no obstruction. He's a leaker.
The president saying the ex-FBI director lied under oath, denying he asked Comey for loyalty, and now offering to testify himself. As our reporter asking the question everyone wants to know.
When will you tell us about the recording?
Highway standoff, the high-speed chase involving an 18-wheeler up to 100 miles per hour. The heavily armed standoff shutting down an interstate. Workplace rampage, the supermarket employee locking the doors of the store, then killing 3 of his co-workers. The ABC News exclusive, Chelsea Manning's first TV interview since her release from military prison, convicted for the largest leak of secrets in U.S. history. Tonight, why she did it. And collision course, the out-of-control hot air balloons crashing into each other. One of the pilots hanging from the basket high in the air.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
And good evening, I'm Tom Yamas, in for David tonight. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night. And we begin with President Trump firing back, saying he is willing to testify under oath about his conversations with former FBI Director James Comey at a Rose Garden event, declaring victory and denying he ever asked Comey for loyalty or to go easy in the Michael Flynn investigation. Still tonight, it is his word against Comey's unless their conversations were recorded. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl pursuing answers from the president tonight.
President Trump today declared James Comey's testimony a total and complete vindication.
No collusion, no obstruction. He's a leaker, but we want to get back to running our great country.
But even as the president claimed victory based on some of what Comey said, he accused the FBI director of lying in much of the rest of his sworn testimony.
We were very, very happy, and frankly, James Comey confirmed a lot of what I said, and some of the things that he said just weren't true.
One of the most hotly disputed subjects, their Oval Office meeting in February, when Trump cleared the room of his senior advisors to speak one-on-one with Comey.
My impression was something big is about to happen. I need to remember every single word that is spoken.
Comey claims that is when the president said he, quote, hoped Comey would let go of the FBI investigation into fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn.
I took it as a direction. Right. I mean, this is the President of the United States, with me alone, saying, I hope this. I took it as, this is what he wants me to do. Now, I didn't obey that, but that's the way I took it.
You suggested he didn't tell the truth in everything he said. He did say under oath that you told him to let the Flynn, you said you hoped the Flynn investigation you could let, he could
I didn't
let go.
say that.
So he lied about that.
Well, I didn't say that. I mean, I will tell you, I didn't say that.
And did he ask you to pledge his
And there'd be
loyalty?
nothing wrong if I did say it, according to everybody that I've read today, but I did not say that.
Comey also said that over dinner at the White House, the president told him, quote, I need loyalty, and that he replied to the president, you will always get honesty from me. The president responding, that's what I want, honest loyalty. Comey said he paused and then said, you will get that from me. The president said today Comey was lying about that, too.
Would you be willing to speak under oath to give your version of those events?
100%. I didn't say under oath. I hardly know the man. I'm not going to say, I want you to pledge allegiance. Who would do that? Who would ask a man to pledge allegiance under oath? I mean, think of it. I hardly know the man. It doesn't make sense. No, I didn't say that, and I didn't say the other.
So if Robert Mueller wanted to speak with you about that,
I would be glad to tell him exactly what I just told you, John.
And you seem to be hinting that there are recordings of those conversations.
I'm not hinting anything. I'll tell you about it over a very short period of time. When is that? Okay. Okay. Do you have a question here?
When will you tell us about the recordings?
Over a fairly short period of time.
Are there tapes, sir?
Oh, you're going to be very disappointed when you hear the answer. Don't worry.
Quite the scene in the Rose Garden today. Jonathan Karl joins us from the White House. And John, tonight the House Intelligence Committee announced they're giving the White House 2 weeks to turn over any tapes that may exist. And now you're hearing the president's legal team will call for an investigation into James Comey?
Tom, a source close to the president's legal team tells me they plan to file a complaint with the Justice Department's internal watchdog asking that they investigate whether or not Comey acted inappropriately when he leaked the information about his conversations with the president.
The president and his team now on the offensive. All right, John, thanks so much. Next to that horrific scene on the highway, an 18-wheeler pursued by police at dangerously high speeds, triggering 6 separate crash scenes. Take a look. Before smashing against a barrier, catching fire, and that's when a dangerous standoff began. ABC's Philip Mena at the scene in Arlington, Texas tonight.
Tonight, terrifying scenes on a Texas highway.
We saw the 18-wheeler fly past us, probably running 100 miles an hour.
The chase started around 12:30 p.m.
Yeah, semi-trailer that he was attempting to stop continued at a high rate of speed.
The truck striking 6 vehicles along the way, injuring at least 8 people before skidding. The driver of this charred vehicle somehow managed to escape and make it to a nearby hospital. Black smoke billowing, traffic backed up for miles as dozens of people watched the scene unfold.
But this is in no way even over.
Officers taking defensive positions as an armored truck pulls alongside the cabin. After nearly 3 hours, police finally managed to get the driver out alive.
Our SWAT team, along with Fort Worth SWAT team, we worked together and moving in, and we were able to apprehend a single occupant of the semi-trailer, and he is in custody right now.
Tom, police say the driver was behaving erratically but was not belligerent. Tonight, they're trying to figure out if he was under the influence or if it was a medical condition. Tom?
Philip Mena for us tonight. Philip, thank you. Next to reports that newly elected Congressman Greg Gianforte will plead guilty in the attack on a reporter. The incident on the eve of his election, and it didn't stop Montana voters from electing him. But it appears to be slowing down his swearing in. Here's ABC's Mary Bruce.
He hasn't even been sworn in yet, but tonight the Associated Press is reporting Montana's newly elected Congressman Greg Gianforte will plead guilty to charges he assaulted reporter Ben Jacobs, who was just trying to ask a question.
Sick and tired of you guys. I came here, you did the same thing. Get the hell out of here. Jesus. You were the Guardian?
Yes, and you just broke my glasses.
You, the last guy did the same damn thing.
You just body slammed me and broke my glasses.
Get the hell out of here.
It happened the night Gianforte's team first claimed it was Jacobs who caused the scene with his, quote, aggressive behavior. But a Fox News crew who happened to be in the room contradicted that account.
Gianforte grabbed him by the neck, both hands, slid him to the side, body slammed him, and then got on top of him and started punching and then yelling at him.
Montana voters elected Gianforte anyway, and in his victory speech, he apologized.
I should not have treated that reporter that way, and for that, I'm sorry, Mr. Ben Jacobs.
Tom, we've reached out, but so far tonight, no comment from the congressman-elect. Now, if convicted, he could face up to 6 months in prison and a $500 fine. Gianforte will be in court on Monday. Tom?
Up to 6 months in prison. All right, Mary, thanks so much. Overseas tonight, the election shocker in the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister's party expecting to gain more seats in Parliament, losing big instead. It was the first election since that other shocker, the Brexit vote to leave the European Union. ABC's James Longman is in London.
Are you resigning, Prime Minister? Are you stepping down, Mrs May? A disaster for the UK Prime Minister tonight. Theresa May's Conservatives suffering a stunning setback. The first world leader to visit President Trump at the White House, walking with him hand in hand, called this election early, certain she would increase her majority and Brexit mandate. Instead, the country woke up to this.
Well, I think we've witnessed a political earthquake.
Theresa May's party losing the majority in Parliament. Labour, her main opposition, faring far better than expected. Energising a youth vote angry about Brexit. And terror attacks in Manchester and London didn't help May's lacklustre campaign.
Lost votes, lost support and lost confidence. I would have thought that's enough.
But Theresa May is striking a deal with a smaller party to keep her job.
That's what people voted for last June. That's what we will deliver.
President Trump was a vocal supporter of Brexit, and tonight he called Mrs. May. Brexit will still happen because most of the major parties said that they would honour the referendum result. But how and when it happens, that is in the balance. Tom?
James Longman from London for us. James, thank you. And President Trump making news with a statement on NATO tonight. In the Rose Garden, saying for the first time that he supports NATO's Article 5, requiring each member to defend the other in case of an attack. The president caused a stir at last month's NATO meeting by neglecting to mention it. Also today, the president appeared to take sides in a tense standoff in the Middle East, issuing a stern warning to Qatar for funding terrorism. Next to that workplace massacre, an employee methodically securing the supermarket where he was employed before murdering 3 co-workers and then himself. Tonight, investigators are finding disturbing clues in what he posted online. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
Tonight, police following a disturbing trail of online clues to find out why Randy Starr trapped and killed 3 of his co-workers at this grocery store. Police say Starr showed up for the night shift at 11 p.m. and started carrying out his plan, blocking the exits. After closing, he began his shooting spree, firing 59 shots, killing co-workers Terry Sterling, Victoria Brong, and Brian Hayes.
After he shot 3 employees or 3 people from the store within the store, he then turned the gun on himself.
One co-worker did manage to escape. Neighbors stunned.
This is the saddest thing I can ever imagine.
So here we are again up at the shooting range.
Prosecutors say Starr left behind a trove of social media, including videos of himself firing and brandishing weapons and praising the Columbine killers.
It's May 11th.
And a chilling video describing his plans for the massacre in intricate detail.
Counting down the days.
His last tweet, "Goodbye, humans, I'll miss you."
Tom, despite all the disturbing material he posted online, prosecutors say it doesn't appear anyone raised any red flags or warned anyone about this plot. Tom?
Incredible. No one saw this coming. All right, Eva, thanks so much. Next to that NSA contractor with that unusual name, accused of leaking a top-secret document about Russia's attempts to hack U.S. election software, will remain behind bars. A judge denied Reality Winner, that's her name, bond, fearing she could be a flight risk. Prosecutors say they found notes in which she wrote about burning down the White House and traveling to Afghanistan. Next to that ABC News exclusive interview with Chelsea Manning, convicted in the largest leak of classified information in U.S. history. After 7 years behind bars, how does the transgender soldier see what she did? And what will happen to her now? Here's Nightline anchor Juju Chang.
Tonight, Chelsea Manning, convicted of the largest leak of documents in U.S. history, speaking out in her first TV interview since her release from prison.
So many people call you a traitor. Many call you a hero.
Right.
Who is Chelsea Manning?
So, I'm just me. It's as simple as that.
But her journey, far from simple. Back in 2010, then known as Bradley Manning, she was charged with leaking more than 700,000 documents, many of them classified.
One could argue you took an oath to defend the Constitution against enemies.
Right.
Do you feel like you betrayed that oath?
No, I think I stuck to it.
Manning says she turned to WikiLeaks after seeing images like this. U.S. soldiers opening fire on what ended up being civilians.
Oh yeah, look at that, right through the windshield.
Including children.
Oh, it's their fault for bringing their kids to a battle. That's right.
I stopped seeing just statistics and information, and I started seeing people. Counterinsurgency warfare is not a simple thing. It's not as simple as like good guys versus bad guys. It is a mess.
But critics say she betrayed her country and should have taken her concerns up the chain of command.
There are those who say you may have been motivated to get the information into the public sphere, but you might have also given it to our enemies.
Right, but I have a responsibility to the public.
Do you feel as though you owe the American apology?
I've accepted responsibility. Anything I've done, it's me.
In a controversial move, President Obama commuted Manning's 35-year sentence just days before leaving office.
I feel very comfortable that justice has been served.
You haven't spoken to President Obama. What would you say to him if you could?
Thank you. Give it a chance. That's all I wanted. For it was a chance. That's it. And this is my chance.
And Juju joins us now from Los Angeles. Clearly, Chelsea Manning is quite emotional about her chance for a new start. But Juju, she was also stunned when she was granted clemency?
Absolutely, Tom. Chelsea and her lawyers were shocked. She was looking at another 28 years in a military prison, and yet she had already served more time than any leaker in U.S. history. And now she has that chance to live freely, but also to speak out on the issues she cares so much about, everything from transgender rights to protecting whistleblowers, and now even prison reform. Tom?
All right, Juju, thanks so much. And there will be much more of Juju's exclusive interview on an upcoming special edition of Nightline, Declassified, the Chelsea Manning story. And there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The hot air balloon collision caught on camera. The balloon pilot dangling from the basket high above the ground. 2 frightened passengers with no idea what to do next. Plus, the risk of texting while walking. Take a look at this. The woman unaware of the danger right in front of her. It happens more than you may think. And the video you have to see, the great baby escape. The toddler helping his